Hey, welcome to Week 5 in the Into the Wild League. I'm Wildcard, and with me is Itinerant Wizard. How you doing, Wiz?
I'm doing pretty well, Wildcard. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm ready for another exciting battle tonight. We've got Taylor Eve or Doctor Evil. I'm sorry, versus Navillus. And you know what's exciting is I'm interested to see how this pans out because Doctor Evil's actually already clinched a playoff spot. She's mathematically guaranteed one. So it'll be interesting to see um, what does it matter? Like do these last two games matter for her? Or obviously Navils is still fighting to get in. So what do you think there, Wiz?
Well, sure, mathematically she can guarantee herself a spot, or rather, she
She
is
has,
guaranteed a
yeah,
spot. But then the question is, we'd have to go back and double. I'd have to go back and double check the standings, but who possibly stands to sort of tie her? Right? Obviously, we don't really have any such thing as a home field advantage, but there's a. I mean, if somebody else comes out with wins this weekend next, will they end up with the same record if she loses this weekend
well,
next?
the only one that does can't tie her right now is Mike Lowe, who's 0-3. But everyone
Okay.
else has at least two losses, and like I said again, she could fall to 4-2 if she loses today and next. I think she has a bye, and then I think she faces Nate in the last week if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So she would be 4-2. And Navas stands, if he wins this game, he's in a good position as well. He would be 3-1, so it would put him in a very good position to make the playoffs.
So yeah, and I would imagine that even though mathematically she's guaranteed to get into the playoffs at this point. Uh, what I know of Doctor Evil says that she's not going to let off the gas. Right? She's here to compete.
Sure.
She's here to have a good time. She's here to win. I think she's going to bring her A game just like she has every other week.
Sure, that's why you sign up for this. You sign up to play. You got to play the games, even if you're gonna like just take a week and have some fun. That's part of the enjoyment. You gotta prep some fun decks and have a good time. So,
Yep.
you wanna go over the rules real quick?
Sure thing. All right. So the Into the Wild League is using the rules that were first laid down by the United Hearthstone League, uh, and the idea is that every week is a. Hang on one second. Yep. Every week is a best of five. Everybody brings three classes. It's a best of five conquest format, and we run in 3 week blocks. I'm sorry, yes, 3 week blocks. Each week you have to choose three classes, and then you cannot bring those classes again once you've chosen them until the fourth week, or later the seventh week. Once you've used all 9 classes, then the next week everybody gets to choose three new classes again. So, and periodically to spice things up, we have deck building challenges. So last week were challenges where everybody had to have one deck from each of the years. This week there's no deck challenge. Next week there is a new challenge. So this week the players get to pick whatever three classes they want to play, knowing, however, that with next week being the last week of the block, they can have to play with the last three classes that they have not chosen yet. So people's choices this week, I assume, were to set up good choices for next week's challenges, classes that will align well with those challenges. I don't think I missed anything about the rules, did I?
No, I think that's everything. Yeah, this is just a straight up week. So, I think we should be good to go. If you want to go ahead and cue them in, we can start
I'll do that.
whenever they're ready.
Yeah, and once they get started, I will have to follow them. All right, so this week, since we didn't talk about decks, I'll quickly cover it while they're getting connected. So, Dr. Evil is bringing Even Shaman, Togwaggle Druid, and Odd Mech Paladin. And meanwhile, Navillus has Pogo Rogue. I'm looking forward to seeing how that one does. Secret Hunter and a Warlock. Looks like Arena Lock. All right, our players are getting
Oops.
themselves connected.
Okay. Let me. Oops. Um, I don't. Why am I not seeing Nablus? Sorry. Um,
I'm I'm showing
can
that
you
she's.
can you tell them to? Are they in the game yet? Because I'm not.
I don't know. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
showing them both as preparing to battle a friend.
Can you tell them to stop? real quick?
Yeah.
Because I'm not. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was.
Now it says doing battle.
Yeah, I thought it was friends with Navillus. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm sure I am, but can you tell him to friend me? 11346.
Oh, DrEvel is saying that her mulligan was good.
Well, she's 4-0. She wants. She had a lot of good mulligans.
So your wild card 11346.
Yes.
Navillus says he thought he was.
Yeah, I thought I was
You know.
certain I was too. Unless he kicked, maybe he unfriended me.
Possible. Maybe you
Yeah.
weren't active long enough.
Yeah.
You were like inactive for a week. Of course, the client is ridiculous and like inaccurate.
There
DrEvel says Navillus is up 1-0.
we go. See, this is how we fudge it to keep her back towards the norm, you know.
Right?
Can you tell him to go back to the main menu so I can spectate Navillus?
Okay. Let's see. Well, don't you have? They have to be in a game to spectate, right?
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not getting the spectate.
All right. Ah, bloody hell.
We apologize for the delay, folks.
Yeah, sorry about this, folks.
Yeah.
Okay. So Navillus is going to invite you to spectate. Oh, interesting. Huh, okay. Sorry. I'm the only one who could see that. Let's see. Right. Can you see them?
No, not yet. I can't. I'm still waiting for him to return to the main menu. It says.
Okay. I show them both as preparing to battle a friend.
Please, Blizzard, if you're watching, tournament mode. It's such a small. It's just my little tiny wish. Just tournament mode would be awesome.
Can you see them now?
No. I'm still waiting to spectate Navillus. It's just like it won't let me spectate or challenge him. It says you can't challenge Navillus now. Wait for them to return to the main menu. I can spectate DrEvel, but I can't spectate him. Where did she go now?
Maybe her client crashed. All right, so he says he's going to go out to the main menu and then restart the challenge.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's it.
Now I'm showing them both in the main menu, both challengeable. How about you?
No, not yet.
Did you accept the friend request from him?
I did. It just says
I-
they're both preparing to battle a friend. That's all I can, and I can't.
Okay, well if you're seeing that, then they can start the challenge.
But I can't spectate. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you have to spectate once they're in the challenge.
Okay, good.
Once they start.
Gotcha. Thanks, Wiz. I appreciate your help with this.
No problem. Yeah, because if they haven't started the challenge, if they're not in a game, it gives you the challenge option, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's fine. It's not like we're live or anything. We can edit this in post, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
No problem. All right. Now I'm seeing preparing to battle a friend.
There we go. There it is. Okay.
All right.
Spectate. And spectate. All right. Hey, we're ready to go, people. Thank you for your patience. Let's play some Hearthstone.
Getting set up on my end, but all right. So Dr. Evil's Paladin against Navilus's. Looks like his Rogue. I can't see from here.
The pleasure is mine. None will survive.
All right.
Looks like the Am I spectating both? Doesn't look like the hands are reversed.
So I see Navillus on the top with his Rogue, and I see Dr. Evil on the bottom with her Paladin.
Okay.
Looks like you're only spectating
One of them. Yeah.
All right. So we got a very quick start with South Sea Deckhand on the Rogue side, bringing out patches. Dr. Evil countering with Lost in the Jungle, so as to contest both things on the board, but the dagger will take care of one of those guys, leaving the Deckhand to go face. Level up. Well, Dr. Evil's looking pretty with a level up. Sorry, sitting pretty with 2 level ups and a quartermaster in her hand. So she's going to be able to crank out a ton of big guys pretty quickly.
Okay, I fixed everything. Sorry, and it's fine. They can totally look pretty too. It's all good.
Swashbuckler picks up a glowstone technician, so he's going to make those bunnies even larger.
Oh yeah.
And the rogue going as wide as he can with his cheap minions to challenge the paladin early.
Yeah, these are the 2 fun decks that they're starting out with. These are the ones that aren't strictly, the quote unquote meta decks. These are, you got the mech paladin and the pogo rogue. These are gonna be some fun. This is a fun game, hopefully.
Yeah. So definitely out to a fast start.
Yeah.
Navil's considering whether to take away that he's going to shadow step the flame elemental, get a couple more 1/2s on the board, which are great for contesting 1/1 paladin, 1/1 silverhand recruits.
It's like he's playing the quest. It's like he's playing quest rogue without the quest though. I don't know what's. Yeah, it's almost been like kind of a theme for these this tournament. Is just like there's been a ton of fast decks. There's been very few control decks, and I don't think any mid range, if at all.
We haven't seen, arguably though. I mean, I hear a lot of people talking about how we really don't. There's really not much space for mid-range decks on the ladder. With combo being so strong, control having some good options, aggro has to go totally balls to the wall nuts in order to have a chance to take them down. And there's just mid-range decks don't develop quickly enough to beat the aggro decks. And by the time they get their game going, the combo or control deck just mops the floor with them. Although there are a few, right? I think technically isn't Token Druid is considered a mid-range deck.
Well, yeah, but I mean you're not really seeing that in Wild very much, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Evil took. Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
I was gonna say, so Dr. Evil took a chance with the unprotected. I know the name of that card, and it just went out of my head.
Just do the battle cry. That's what I was. That's always the cheat.
Yeah. Well, it's a 3/3 that gives Divine Shield to any 1 toughness minion that you summon. Very effective in this deck if you can get it out there with something like Lost in the Jungle, or if you have the mana for your hero power. It's a 3/3 that basically it has soft con. You have to get rid of it.
Now I want you to forget the name of Pogo Rogue, so you make the sound of its battle cry to try so you can try to remember it, because it goes like Pogo or whatever. Yeah. All
right, so Dr. Evil sitting here with 3 cards that will buffer recruits, looking to get as many recruits on the board as possible to maximize the value from those cards. And with a couple of 1/1 taunt, or a couple of taunters with Divine Shield, looks like she'll be able to get quite a few of them out there. Although next turn she'll have 6 mana, so maybe she'll draw another Lost in the Jungle and be able to buff them all.
Yeah, it's. I think the problem with the Pogo Rogue is just like the consistency of getting your Pogos back.
Yeah.
That's definitely the challenge of it. Because it looks. I mean, if it rolls, it is so powerful, but it's just not. It's not consistent enough for high level, competitive play. It's like it's between like probably rank 10, rank 5 for like as your high point. I mean, maybe I don't know. Probably people that are far smarter than you or I could take it to Legend, but I certainly couldn't do it. And that was one of the first decks I tried when Boomsday launched was the Pogo Road. You know, it just looks so much fun and
Right, and
you know,
I've gotten my butt kicked by a few.
yeah.
I've seen some very large, mech bunnies on the other side of the board. It was interesting that Navillus with a pogo with the pogo hopper in hand opted to use his shadow step on the firefly, right? When just to put a few extra bodies to contest the 1/1s when that could have been an extra bunny, right?
Correct. Yeah, but I think maybe he was just trying to stay wide as he can at that point. I was actually still messing with the the thing when he did that, but I believe that's probably what his thinking would have been in that play.
All right, and so Navillus opts to get rid of the Warhorse Trainer, which leaves 2 recruits on the board, which means Dr. Evil can bring out 2 and then level up. So she'll have four guys with 4 3/3s on the board. And she brings out the Quartermaster first.
Well, 2 arms, man.
Indeed.
We all have them.
And now we'll see, although
Tyrion, yeah.
Tyrion,
They'll clog it up for sure.
That'll slow things down. Particularly since Navillus was able to get the Glowstone Technician off on a couple of minions in hand.
Right. He's got a Hammer of Wrath for one of the Silverhand recruits, so he's he can able to chip those. He could probably chip that board down a little bit, unless she levels up again. That's probably her next play. If
she does have both owls in hand, so she could silence Tyrion, and that would be sad day for Navillus. Yeah. It looks like that's what she's gonna do. She could level up on just 2 guys. I'd be more tempted to play the Inventor. And that looks like that's what she's going to do. Leveling up on just 2 guys is a painful play, I think. You want to try to get at least 3 guys to get the value.
Yeah, my thought process was just hero powering and then leveling up to get the 4, and then doubling that 4. But this at least protects them. You can sit back and you can probably kill off your owl and free up some more room.
That's true.
So this game definitely does favor Dr. Evil right now, with her having complete board control.
And Navillus choosing to use his direct damage on a Silverhand recruit to minimize the value of... Oh, and there's the odd paladin's favorite weapon.
Well played.
Vine Cleaver.
This is lethal. Yeah, it's 3, 4, 5. Yep. Yeah. Concession.
All right, and Navillus concedes, and that gives Dr. Evil the first victory. Now, that was Mech Paladin, but we saw very few mechs.
I did not see one mech.
Except for the Annoyantrons.
Right.
All right. So while you're getting the check mark set up, we can give them the go ahead to go with the next game if you want.
Sure. Yeah, they're good to go.
Okay.
I guarantee this will have a much smoother transition than the first game.
All right. Meanwhile, the players are back here chatting about how much fun they had playing that game.
That's
so
awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that the Pogo Rogue didn't win, quite honestly. But because who does it? I mean, you have no soul if you don't like rabbits that just keep multiplying.
It's the sound of the pogo stick.
It is.
The spring,
yeah.
And
the spring.
Yeah. It's just like that. I wake up in a cold sweat.
But that's what makes Hearthstone so appealing. It's those subtle things, the animations, the sound effects. They make the game pop.
Right.
Otherwise they're just playing chess.
So Navillus brings out the Pogo Rogue again, and this time Dr. Evil is bringing the Even Shaman.
Now this is not Navillus' strongest deck for sure. It's interesting that he stuck with it, unless he's just trying to appease the crowd, which we don't fault him for that. Maybe I could have done that in my game last week because They, the people never got to see my fun deck, but because I stuck with the strong, my strongest deck. But
Oh, and Dr. Evil with a very strong opening hand.
yeah, for sure. I don't think she can't play the 4 mana 7/7s back to back though because of the overload.
No.
But still,
Yeah.
it's it's a good hand for her for sure.
All right, so Navillus opts to coin out his hero power to take away that totem. I guess he's going to play double deckhand next turn, which would be a convenient way to get rid of that totem golem that just hit the board.
Yeah, I'm checking the list right now to see if he has. Oh yeah, he does. He runs 2 Vile Spines in this deck, so I'm guessing he's going to be hoping he draws those against the 4 mana 7/7s pretty quickly.
Yeah. He had one in hand earlier, but opted to pitch it with his mulligan.
Right. It's actually.
No, and he decided not to bring out the second deckhand, instead getting a Swashbuckler, which gets him a Thunderhead. Unfortunately, he has no cards with Overload unless he steals some.
Yeah, against a shaman, you do want to keep your big removal. Like if you're playing priest, you kind of want to keep your Shadow Word Death and things like that because of the ability to cheat out those minions. And it's like you'll see giants and you'll see 4 mana 7/7s by turn 4 or 5, and it's very hard for decks to compete against that if they're not if they don't have their way to cheat killing the cheated minion. So.
All right, Navillus opts to use a Cold Blood to kill the Totem Golem. Leaving 3 minions on the board to go face. Oh, he...
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, he attacked with his dagger before attacking with the deckhand that he had just summoned.
Yep. Hey, we've all done it. We've all done it.
Yeah. Absolutely, we have. Oh, and
the
Dr.
Maelstrom.
Evil rolled
Yeah, she top decked the Maelstrom too.
And then she rolled the spell damage to him.
But he draws a Vile Spine, so that's gonna help.
A Vile Spine. Gonna want to hold on to that one mana card as an activator.
Yep.
Thunderhead is a very strong card in the right deck.
I hear that. I've not played a lot with it, so I'm interested to see its value here. Yeah, she's probably. I think she's looking for removal. Interesting. Playing defensively more than. You do get a 2/2 out of it, but if I was Dr. Evil, I'd much rather have that 4 mana 7/7 on the board here.
Well, now she's got total control. Well, she had the only stuff on the board.
I think they automatically come up, or at least one automatically comes up right after you.
I don't
right after you dropped them. It seems like it every time.
I've played I saw a ridiculous hat play game where he put 12 spiders into the deck and never saw one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've not had luck that bad, but
yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's see how good the Thunderhead is.
Well, he doesn't have any unless he steals them, right? Navillus doesn't have any cards with Overload, and that's the key thing on the Thunderhead. So Dr. Evil could, trade in for board, or blow something up.
Oh, interesting. She's playing very defensively here. It's kind of interesting. Like Crackle should be your finisher, but at least she's gonna get a 4 mana 7/7 out.
Yeah. And now Navillus has both Lab Recruiters in hand. Looks like Dr. Evil's going to opt to trade in some minions to keep Navilus's board clear. Nothing to contest the 7/7.
Now
she can play. Vile Spine Slayer.
Vile Spine, yeah. And that's not really a good devolve for her either. So, but again, another 4 mana's coming out. He's going to hope for a Shadow Step.
By waiting to play them, she ensured that she could, in fact, play them back-to-back, which she couldn't have done earlier in the game. But now Lab Recruiter on Vile Spine, so if he draws them, he now has 4 Vile Spine Slayers in the deck. Which I'm sure he's very happy about. Let's see if he draws any of them. Another Minstrel. Oh, there's a bunny. I think next turn we'll see Pogo Hopper and another Lab Recruiter.
And that is the first bunny in this game, correct? I didn't miss one. Yeah.
Yes, we have not seen a pogo hopper yet.
Yeah, I think when I played my version of it, it was just nonsense of like there wasn't a lot of stuff surrounding it. It was just like let's see how many pogo hoppers we can make, which when you try to redraw it as often as possible, that might be more the way to go. But Navilus's deck overall is a better deck. It just has Pogo Hopper is more of a flavor card, honestly. Oh, there's one. So he could Pogo into the Vile Spine and kill the 7/7.
If he does that, though, he doesn't have it. He doesn't get to put it back in his hand.
No, sometimes you have to sacrifice the bunnies,
Right.
you know.
But he does have enough bodies on board to protect. Well, let's see. So after killing Aya, that'll put a 4/4 on the
4/4.
board.
Yeah. I mean, he's in okay shape with 15 health. I would probably trade to try to take board back. You're still left with,
Yeah.
a um, favorable board here.
Yeah. If he doesn't, he goes down to 7 life, which if Taylor top decks another Crackle, that could be it. So he opts to leave Aya and not.
Yeah, it's not a terrible play. Yeah, it's not bad because you're only sacrificing one point of damage, honestly. So.
Yep.
And
That's
you still
the
have the
right
ability to kill it with 3 of the minions that are on the board. And I wonder if Dr. Evil's thinking about going aggressive here and just trying to face race a little bit. It's tempting, for sure, with the totem in hand.
Yep. Well, depending, of course, the rogues can have a ton of burst from hand. So I'm sure Dr. Evil's doing the math on that one.
Yeah, you do have to play around.
If she devolves here, she takes the bunny off the table.
Yeah, but those Vile Spines are 5 mana. That's it's like right now they're 3/4s and 3/2s. They could devolve into 4 5s or something. Yeah, with 7/7s exactly. Wouldn't that be ironic?
Yep.
No, I think maybe just playing out Jen and. Because wait, she's overloaded. Oh, it's gonna go with the Shredder. Okay.
And then save the golem for
Yeah.
the next turn. Or
Yeah. She's gonna bring it out.
If she does, it's
Yeah, I was.
If she does, it would force Navillus to kill it, or else he'd be able to come back on the next turn. Okay.
Yeah, so Navillus. Yeah, playing the
Devolve.
Fox. Oh, interesting. Okay, so, well, there aren't any 4 mana 7/7s to devolve anymore, but
Nope.
but turning that Shredder into something smaller isn't the worst thing. But I don't think it really serves a purpose here. There's not enough scary stuff on the board.
And for all you know, you'll give her a taunt that'll slow down your attack.
Sure. Well, he's going to try it. You probably want to trade out the 1/1 before you devolve, though. Maybe. It's the RNG of Hearthstone. You just kind of got to wonder,
Yeah, interesting. So I assume he's trying to get rid of. Giving someone with. Well, I think he's going to want to take some things off the board.
Yeah. So that the 4 health minion with lifesteal is not awesome at all.
Nope. So Lab Recruiter on the rogue.
Yep.
On the bunny. That
Pogo,
makes sense.
yeah.
The Elven Minstrel again.
So he'll trade the bunny into the lifesteal.
He is going to give Dr. Evil 4 more life. And definitely want to take that bear off the board.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not a good devolve. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was a good on him. It was just RNG just. It could have been worse, but it wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't something that he could ignore easily for sure. So I wonder if she's going to devolve here, considering that his board can take out Jen. It's probable. There's no point in playing in the totem at this point, unless she's just trying to get her damage off of Jen Greymane, which is possible.
Yeah, he'd get a 1-drop and a 2-drop, right? So chances are, it's very unlikely that they'll have enough power to take him out.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't hate devolve in that situation, but
She could get more value from it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's going to eviscerate without the combo, so as to activate the minstrel. And
Got a bunny. You got a bunny.
Bunnies are active.
Yeah. Play out the elemental. Use the other one to proc. He's getting close. He might want to. Now he's going wide. He's got to start punching face.
Yep. Interesting that he didn't hold the. Oh, well, I guess if he does draw, if Dr. Evil were to put up something big, if he drew a Vile Spine, Leroy will proc the Vile Spine.
Right. A giant would be the only thing that would really, or a I can't think of what it's called now. I'm having that moment too.
Incredible.
Yeah, and that's a really good devolve for her.
Yep.
Oh. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage upward. Still, she's dead in 3 turns.
Unless she gets something big
Actually,
out there to
dead in 2
control.
turns with Leroy. So yeah.
So with let's see, so Even Shaman, she's got another Maelstrom Portal, right? She used one. She's got a second one.
Thing from below. I just remembered what I was trying to think of before. Yeah, thing from below would definitely
We haven't seen that yet.
would help her out. Yeah.
Yeah, she's only halfway through her deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I just love getting a healing totem when there's one power beans on the other side of the board. Because you can do the damage and then automatically heal it. Navillus is going to easily be able to take out the
nice,
totem.
nice top deck on the Blink Fox. Let's see if we can draw him anything good.
An axe.
An axe, yeah, that's going to help taking out that totem in the middle.
Yeah. Now, if he still had a Thunderhead, he'd be able to play.
Right.
He'd get the benefit of that, but it's long since dead. Take that healing totem away.
Yep. Yeah, because you just want to minimize all the damage on the board, or as much as you can.
You don't want to let the shaman keep any minions.
Yeah.
Really looking like this is going Navilus's way.
As long as he stays wide. Yeah, I mean, Dr. Evil's just going to keep top decking, and that deck doesn't have a lot of draw.
So 6. She's getting him down low to get him, hoping to get him with the Royal Cold Blood. That'll be lethal.
Yep.
Exactly. +2.
+2. Yep. Because of the weapon, right?
All right. And the Pogo Rogue.
The loosely termed Pogo Rogue. He got it up to 3/3 though. That's awesome.
Yep.
Bunnies for the win.
All right. So that brings us to 1 game each. That might be the first time that Dr. Evil's even lost a game in a while.
In a while, yeah. I think she lost to Mad in
3-0.
Arms, correct? If I'm correct.
She was 3-0 last week, 3-0 the week before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
3-1 on week 2. No, 3-0. She has not lost a single game since week 1 against.
Yeah, I think she's lost 1 game. I think she's 12-1. Let me check the standings real quick on that.
First week she went 3-1,
yeah,
and she's gone 3-0 since.
She is 12-1, which is pretty incredible. That is an incredible run, for sure.
All right. Well, Navillus now joins the hallowed halls. Who have taken a game from Dr. Evil.
And you gotta think, just especially with the RNG of Hearthstone, that the law of averages is gonna push Dr. Evil back to the norm. I mean, we've all been on winning streaks where we win 5-6 games in a row, and we've all been on winning streaks where we lose 5-6 games in a row. So
I think technically that's a losing streak, sir.
What did I say? I'm sorry.
You called it a winning streak where you lose 5 or 6 games in a row.
Oh.
That's not the kind of
because I'm always winning. I'm winning inside.
There you go.
Yeah.
What does not kill you makes you stronger,
exactly.
right? So you're toughening up.
Yeah. I learned from my match last week with Nate too. When he swept me, I was winning on the inside there too. So yeah, whenever you want to queue them up, I think we're good for game 3.
I have already done so.
Okay.
So yeah, they're selecting their next weapons.
Oops, I got a mark. Navillus.
All right, so now we have the Even Shaman against the Reno Lock. Dr. Evil says, "I'm gonna win with this thing." Oh, the Draenei Totem Carver.
Yeah, it's something I think you'd probably rather see mid game though. Yeah, she smart
Yep,
tosses that.
absolutely. I mean, you can, oh, double
That's a
flame tongue totem to open. She's going to be able to
that's
bring
pretty
a
good.
ton of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure Navillus isn't going to see that one coming.
Yeah, Navillus does not have as good of a draw as
No.
Dr. Evil. Well, the Mistress will make
Well,
it a little bit better.
Mistress is a nice draw.
Yeah, Mistress and he's got the best and the worst basically.
Top end and the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
He might. Do you think he'd play the? No. In his case, I would just tap. Um, although knowing how quickly
Yeah,
a shaman can dish out a ton, he might opt
I
to
would.
just force her to wait a turn.
Yeah, I would play out the Mistress here, just to. Oh, well, you go to tap. That's fine too. But yeah, in my experience, it's always good to stay ahead of them on tempo.
He's got Leroy in his Reno lock.
He does. I didn't notice that when I looked at the deck list. That's interesting.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Well, it kind of harkens back to the old Leroy face
Oh, the power overwhelming.
overwhelming.
Power
Remember that?
overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he used to do
Well,
20,
actually,
20 damage to the
actually-
face.
I think Navillus actually, he did play, or someone played Reno lock earlier and had that exact combo.
Nice.
Um,
Was it one of the retro decks for the challenges?
I think it was.
Yeah.
All right, so Navillus did play the Doomsayer just to slow the game down, put the Mistress out to get some extra life.
Mm-hmm.
And now Dr. Evil with both Totem Golems in hand and not overloaded currently, means she puts out those big boys
Wow.
and then she has
That's
enough.
a lot of overload.
Yes. And well, only one each. And next turn she can put a Flame Tongue Totem down between them and dish out 10 damage.
Right. Absolutely.
Navillus looking for an answer. Hellfire is nice.
The Hellfire is certainly the answer. I mean, he can Hellfire, Dark Bomb them. But yeah, he's going to be taking a lot of face damage here.
Yep. Oh, Thing from Below. So the nice thing here, she could play the Flame Tongue Totem and that make the thing cost 1, which is exactly how much mana she'd have left.
Sorry, my audio cut out there for a second. What did you say?
I'm saying that now, by playing the Flame Tongue, that reduces the cost of the thing. So she could play out the Thing from Below and then put the other Flame Tongue Totem out next turn. Chooses to play the second Flame Tongue. So placement's going to require her to put it on one side. Yeah, get a little extra damage,
and then
the thing on the wing.
That is a gross board right now. That is
Yes, indeed.
board.
That's going to be game if he doesn't come up with an answer. I don't know
see.
what answer you can have for 6 mana against this board.
Do Kazakus for 1.
For 1 mana potion, is there a 1 mana potion that freezes the other board?
If you freeze and do 3 damage, I didn't. He picked that first one really quickly. I didn't even see what you picked.
You just pick the 1 damage.
Okay.
Freeze 1 random enemy minion. It's not going to do it for him.
Yeah.
2 damage to all minions and freeze a random minion.
Yeah, he may have been better off been going with the Hellfire on that one, but you got to at least try it.
Hellfire would have taken the Flame Tongues off the board. That would have left 3, 6, 11 damage. That still would have been lethal.
Yeah.
Wow, that was quick.
That was very, very quick, and she just that was just a god draw.
Indeed.
By Dr. Evil there. Let me tally this up for everybody.
Okay, so that puts us up 2-1 for Dr. Evil.
So yeah, whenever you if Navillus is ready to go after
he
that
might need a
punishment,
moment.
you're right. I would. I understandably would.
Yeah, I'd be shaking a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But it leaves Dr. Evil with her druid.
So we have someone in the chat, Schmooza, saying facepalm to something. Don't know what the context is. Because I don't know when that comment went up. Alright, so now we have
It was probably game one.
Maybe. All right, Druid versus Hunter.
Tremble before the might of the elves.
Navillus opts to let the Reno Lock wait. So Secret Hunter versus Togwackle Druid.
Yeah, Togwackle's a
Actually,
difficult
just
deck to play.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with minimal ramp. Dr. Evil does draw a Nourish, but with no other ramp, it's going to be a little while before she gets to cast that.
Yeah. And I think it's probably a smart counter by Navillus to go with the Secret Hunter. It's, you know, it can be pretty aggressive sometimes.
Yeah.
So
So the Cloaked Huntress, once he gets that out, he can drop his other secrets
What
for
to do?
free.
Yeah.
He's only got one in hand currently.
he's probably debating whether he wants to cheat out
The Mad Scientist.
The Mad Scientist,
Yep,
thank you.
opts to hold the
Yeah.
coin. And here's a claw to the face. Now, let's see. Is Navillus...
Oh, it's not a bad draw. I mean, he only has one secret in hand, but things could snowball for Navillus with this hand pretty quickly.
Probably wants to hold on to a secret until he can get a Spellstone in hand so he can start powering it up. And here we see Dr. Evil with 2 parts of her combo.
Come midnight.
So at least with
So-
the freezing trap, it'll give an extra.
Yep. Dr. Evil says no free secrets for him. So on 5 mana, Dr. Evil chooses to play Nourish for crystals, pushing harder for that high end of mana. Secret Keeper, Mad Scientist dies, and puts a Cat Trick on. Well, Cat Trick's a good one to get against the Druid.
It's interesting. Is going to opt to put Sylvanas out. I mean, it's probably just think he just wants to just push face at this point because there aren't going to be things that are coming from the Druid to pop these secrets right now.
Right. I mean, you know, well, we haven't. All we've seen from Dr. Evil, you know, from Navilus's perspective, right, is ramp, right? So he doesn't know. There's so many viable Druid builds that he still has no idea which type of Druid he's facing.
Yeah.
Is my guess. Maybe
Yeah.
he makes a guess, but
My guess would be Starliner because it's the hotness, but it does get hard countered a lot.
Yep.
And she's already at 8 mana, so well the Malfurion is actually Malfurion's played in Malfurion's played in both decks, so never mind. But I mean he does know it. He can see.
if it were Starliner, yeah, because he's. Oh, a little play dead on Sylvanas. Brings that other Scarab over to his side of the board. Of course, if it were Starliner, he'd be seeing Psych Melon next turn.
Yep.
And then Awfulness the turn after. Awfulness from his perspective, that is.
Yeah, it's almost like Togwackle sometimes surprises you because Starliner's so prevalent right now.
Yep.
But then again, Togwackle does beat Starliner straight up. Stealing someone's win condition when they know they have it and using it on them. It's a bad feeling when it happens to you.
That is what I've heard. I know myself, I enjoy playing Starliner on the Wild Ladder, and I do find myself I don't know. I think I may be roughly 50-50, maybe a little less against other druids, not always knowing what kind they are. I have, when you're playing another Starliner, you've got to time it just right, because if you don't kill them, then they just come back with their combo and kill you.
Right.
And yeah,
Right, it becomes a battle of armor, and which can be very frustrating to play against as well. Um, when to use your swipes and things like that. It's like, do you use them as defense or do you use them to just remove armor, which can almost be futile at a point because once you have Malfurion out, it's just 3 armor every turn.
actually, we're going to draw a card with the Wild Growth. So Dr. Evil at 23 total. Navillus was able to get in some damage before she was able to get up any kind of taunt defense.
I'm looking at, so she only runs 1 Psych Melon in this deck, which is very interesting to me.
So she only needs Kun now, right?
She only needs Kun, right? She does run 2 Nourishes, and she's nourished once if I remember correctly.
One Nourish, one Wild Growth. Oh, she's no more minions in the deck for the Oaken Summons to get.
Death is eternal.
Nah, she's just trying to
My turn is not.
trying to survive as long as you can. I mean, that's the thing about Druid. It's like Druid can get more armor than. It's almost like the Hearthstone classes are all screwed up because it's like
I know.
Paladin is the heal one and Priest should be the heal one, and like Druid is the armor one when Warrior should be the armor one. But yeah, Druid can get a lot of armor now, and it can get way out of hand, like to a point where they don't even need to pull out their combo. You just know you're never going to be able to kill them because they have so much.
And Navillus just continuing to put down the secrets.
Yeah.
He's on the, who's he gonna, and he's got the full Christmas tree, 5 secrets.
Well, when Azelina comes down, she's not going to grab a lot, that's for sure. But it's going to leave Navillus with nothing to work with.
Yeah. But meanwhile, even after doing the combo, Dr. Evil then has to, decide like how to approach Navillus with that full board of secrets over there. There's just no matter, once there are that many hunter secrets on the board, there's just nothing you can do that's good. You just have to accept that something awful is going to happen and hope you can deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, from Navillus's perspective, he hasn't seen it. Regardless of if it's Togwaggle or Starliner,
Or Malagos.
Yeah, true. It could be Malagos as well.
Well, she did use a swipe early, but arguably it was the right thing for her to do.
But either way, he hasn't seen a Psych Melon, so he's got to think he's probably fine. She doesn't have a ton of cards in her hand, so you have to assume that one of the pieces is missing. Well, I mean, you have to assume one of the pieces is missing because you're not dead. So
now, Dr. Evil is also running 1 Ultimate Infestation. So if she draws into that, that'll help her refill her hand.
And he can. Oh, does he already have a cat trick? I thought he popped 1. Maybe I missed that.
Let's see. Currently,
I thought he had the cat. He did. The cat just died. I'm trying to figure out why he did. Oh, because he's got 5 secrets. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he can't play anymore, which is a shame. You should be able to just play as many as you want. Why do we have restrictions on secrets?
Why do we have restrictions on the number of minions?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's board size, but it could just be because on mobile it just says question mark with a number on it, and they could do that, or for the regular client as well, I suppose.
Right.
And it's also smart. I want to note that it's good for Dr. Evil not to attack into things with just to armor up. You just don't want to create any more situations with wandering monsters or explosive traps.
Any secrets he's got, he can't cast, he can't play. So if she steals them with Azelina, at least she'll have some secrets to play to defend herself with.
Yes.
We're gonna nourish for cards here. Looking for that last combo piece, or looking for some additional defense because she's got the Psych Melon, so she can definitely she can guarantee herself Kun, and then be able to combo next turn. Now, of course, one thing I imagine she's worried. Well, I guess with Aviana being a 5, you don't have to worry about snipe too much because Aviana survives it.
A tangled
She's gonna play the Psych Melon, looks like, and get Kun out of her deck. I don't think she's got anything else in those costs.
Well played.
And see, at this point, Navillus knows he really doesn't have any answers to whatever she's going to do. It's just
Right.
going to happen, you know? He didn't get enough of an aggressive board because, again, Dr. Evil never attacked in, never gave him options like that.
And he plays out the Secret Keeper even though he can't play any cards just to make sure she can't steal it from him.
Yeah. And she's got... How many cards does she have left at this point? She's got...
She's holding 10 cards right
six cards. No, she's got 6 cards left in her deck. I'm
now.
sorry.
6 cards in her deck.
Yeah. So it's not gonna be live. Doesn't look real good for Navillus here. I don't see it out.
Incredible.
Because she's gonna combo at some point soon. And,
Yeah, I'm surprised she wasn't comboing there. Like, what? We're not missing anything.
Well, I mean, what she could do, right? Since she's got the combo in hand, right? Next turn, if she wants, she could
UI,
burn,
yeah.
burn the
cards.
rest of the deck, and
Yeah.
then play the combo the following
Massive.
turn. And that'll
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's gonna do it. And Dr. Evil remains undefeated.
Undefeated at 3-1. The Togwaggle Druid defeats the Secret Hunter without the combo even happening. All right.
So let me get these guys in on a call here. Very fast game, just under an hour.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Dr. Evil, Navillus.
Hello.
We can hear you. Volume's a little low, but I can hear you.
Can you hear me fine?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, 'cause your mic's not working.
Hold on one second.
No
Sure,
worries.
sure.
Your sound was going from mine.
Are you on the call?
Yeah, I'm right there.
Oh.
We're all talking. We're all good.
Hello?
Oh, that's much better.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry. I switched on to Jeff's computer because mine's... I don't know what's wrong with my computer. How do you turn up your mic? I can't hear. I can't hear your headphones. Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Okay, cool.
you hear us?
Figured it out. Yes.
Okay. So,
Good games.
yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, it's good games.
Thank you. Is Navillus in here?
Yes, I am. This
Okay.
is
Why
not-
did you concede?
Because my hand was so bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, like even we didn't see a way that Navillus could have won that game. It just once he knew you had combo, I think it was
Okay.
it was over. Yeah, I mean,
Yes. Did you have the Togwaggle combo?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I had most of my combo pieces like really early on in the game, and it was like clunking up my hand, and I was like kind of nervous that you were gonna
Yeah.
kill me because I like ran out of card draw. Thank God I got that branching paths off the top.
Yes, my hand was pretty much all secrets the entire game. Like
Oh,
just all
no.
secrets, nothing else. I'm like, but no, it was fun.
Yeah, and good game with that pogo hopper broke. I was not expecting Leroy Cold Blood for lethal there. I was like, dang it, I should have traded.
I was hoping you wouldn't. I was just like, okay, I have lethal. Well, I top decked the Cold Blood, so that gave me
Uh-huh.
lethal. So, but I was like, all right, I need Shadow Step or Cold Blood. I was just like waiting for one of those, and eventually, that was a good game. That was so back and forth. That
I
was,
know.
the first two games were just wow, just like And of course, I'm like, I got Tyrion. I'm like, she will have the Iron Beak Owl, and you did. So I was like,
Yeah. Thank God.
that's how, yeah, that was fun. And then when I played my Warlock against your Shaman, good
I know.
grief,
I
good
just drew
grief.
perfect. I was like, why couldn't have this happened the last game I played?
You missed it too because I had a Leroy combo in there. I had Nazoth and I had Gul'dan in it.
Oh my gosh, really? In your
Yeah,
warlock deck?
I call it everything lock. Everything you can think of is in that deck. And so
Were you running Dirty Rat or a demonic project in that warlock?
no, okay. I usually do, but I totally forgot you're playing Druid, so
Okay, that's
that's
what
why
I was
I
worried
didn't.
about. I
That's
was like,
why I didn't. Yeah, that's why I didn't queue up the Warlock because I'm pretty sure I was like,
I was
ah.
wondering about that. I was like, I wonder why he didn't choose his warlock deck because like Dirty Rat and the demonic
I
project
was,
wreck
I
me.
was, I was thinking you were running Priest for some reason, but I think that was like a match above us or below us that I saw because I saw your,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, that was a bad call of mine, but it was like, okay, because if I see someone Druid, then I'm just like, I'm packing all the dirty rats and everything just to beat.
Yeah, because Druid seems to be the odd one to forget. Like that's the one everyone's targeting right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
but
but
well, I want
it,
to ask
it, it
you.
was fun.
I wanted to ask you, Nicholas, about one of the plays that Wizard pointed out during. It was when you were playing the Pogo Rogue, and it looked like you were just kind of playing to go wide, and you had shadow stepped, I believe, your
Firefly.
Firefly, yeah,
Mhm.
instead of shadow stepping the Pogo. Was that just to keep the wide board, keep the pressure on, or
Was that the first game or second game?
uh,
The first game.
First game. That's the only reason I did that is because it might have been wrong, and because I haven't fully tested the Pogo Rogue deck. I kind
sure.
of I was like after work today, had this idea about like this Pogo Rogue deck, and I'm like, okay, I have to try and make this work. So I tried like three different things till about 8:30 when you asked for the deck list. I was like, okay, I gotta stop now. And because I tried one, and then that one was like all in the Pogo Rogue combo, and I was like, that's too slow. You'll get run over in the early game. It's great against control decks because it goes long,
No.
but for that right there, because uh, Taylor or Doctor Evil, right? Is that right? Is that your screen
Yes.
name? Okay,
Yes.
sorry, it's not on here. It's not in front of me. Okay, there we go. Anyway, because you were playing, you're going wide with Paladin because you're odd Paladin, and I just figured I need to go wide too, and my 1/2 stack up against her 1/1s pretty well unless she buffs them up, and that was my idea, and just to kind of like go wide, contest the board until I can just do incremental damage and hopefully get my Pogo Rogue, going.
Sure.
Or and plus I knew I had, well, I think it was shortly after that if I did that I had Tyrion, so I was just kind of trying to hold off until then and was praying that she didn't have Iron breakout, and she did. So that was my game plan. It was all foiled. I was like, okay, but
And
it was a good game. So that was my thought process with
Yeah.
that.
It wasn't. I'm not saying it was a wrong play, but just from a flavor perspective, I think we wanted to see the Pogo get bounced.
I understand.
Yeah.
I just figured I wouldn't be able to last. I had another Shadow Step too, and I had another Pogo in there, so I was just like, okay, I can do that later if it goes longer. That was my thought process.
Mhm.
I'm like, I just gotta,
That's what
I gotta contest the board and go.
Yeah. Because a pair
Yeah.
of 1/2s does contest, recruits quite well.
Yeah.
What you did?
Those
was
little
that-
1/1 silver hand recruits, they get spooky
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
board. So
Because in addition to the owl, Doctor Evil was holding not only the quartermaster but both level ups, and so I was sitting here wondering how many recruits she was going to get to keep on the board.
Yes, I was just like, my thing was like, okay, turn 5 comes around. I'm just like hoping not for like a stand against darkness type thing, and or is that the one that summons 5/1/1s? No, that's the that's the
Stand
plus.
Against Darkness does the 5/1/1s level up.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
hoping you were
I
you
don't-
running
yeah.
that in this?
no, I didn't have that in my
Okay,
deck.
I was hoping you weren't running that because I was just like, oh, that's gonna screw me over real time.
Nope, didn't have that one in my deck. So you were all right.
Awesome.
And then watching you use the lab recruiter on Vilespine Slayer was nice when you did that. It was like, okay, there are 4 more Slayers in the deck, and then you drew one immediately after.
Yes, that helped, especially the second match that I kind of kept drawing Vilespine Slayers, and I'm just like, I kind of like that card, the Lab Recruiter and Rogue. There's a lot of good targets for it just to throw back in your deck, and I wanna mess with that card more, just maybe in different builds and stuff, because just throwing Vile Spines, throwing who knows Blink Foxes back into your deck. I mean,
Yeah, it gives you
can-
flexibility.
No.
Yeah,
I feel
you
like-
can just do some gross stuff.
I feel like Blink Fox gave you so many good cards.
Oh, it did. I was just like, okay, you don't understand, Doctor Evil. You know how many times I've been on the bad side of that card and Swashbuckler? It's been so many times. That
Yeah,
I've
it
been
feels
on
good whenever you are the one benefiting from it.
Yes, they used to be two cards that I despised in Standard when I was playing Standard was Swashbuckler and Ice Block. And
Oh, nice block.
Swashbuckler, we were actually, I believe, in the Coin Concede Listener League, and I believe we were playing, and someone got us, I think, a King Crush off of a Swashbuckler.
No.
And that's how we lost in the finals of that. I think the Listener League.
That's
was
such
down.
bullcrap.
Yes, and that's how we lost. It was like, how can you see that? You're just like,
Yeah.
you
You
can't
can't
see
play
that.
around that.
Exactly. So, I have memories of playing against that card. I like playing it, because sometimes you get some really good stuff, but like, you never know. So, but it's a fun deck. It's cool. The Lab Recruiter and the Pogo card in my deck was there just for like the long games. If there was any control decks or anything, that just kind of gives you cards. You keep throwing them back in. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep throwing bunnies out. You're just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. So you deal with them.
Big bunnies.
Well,
Yes.
Navillus, I think you can feel proud of being only the second player in the league to claim a game, to take a game from Dr. Evil. Never mind a match, a single game. This is only
Oh,
the
gosh.
second game she's lost in 5 weeks. So
Yeah,
good
it's
on
quite
you.
a run.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew she was good. I was like, okay, I got to bring my A game. I'm like, I was trying to have fun too, just like bring some fun decks too. But it was like, okay, but it was good. It was just my Warlock deck. I was hoping to show that off again, and then she went Totem Golem.
I know. I'm
Totem
sorry.
Golem.
That felt very unfair.
I that right there. I was like, okay, I just need to. I feel really dirty right now. It's just like. It's like I haven't gotten beat that bad, I'm just gonna stop right now. But it was just like
No,
it was good.
yeah,
It
we
was
even
fun.
thought
I
about that too. We
like-
wanted to make sure you had like an extra minute between that match because it's like, yeah, I would feel the same way getting rolled that hard.
I admit when that happened, I just stared at my screen. I'm like, well, that's a turn. I was
Yep.
just, I was like, I can't beat that. But it was good. It was good. Sometimes that's card games. Sometimes you get those draws and you win. I mean, Dr. Evil, you played very well too. I'm not taking that away from you. Sometimes you get the nut draws too. But it was quite
Yeah, no,
fun.
that I agree. That was a nut draw.
Yeah,
And your
it was,
Kazaka spell kind of didn't help when it froze my 0-3 totem.
No, that was like a last ditch effort because
That was unfortunate.
I had Dark Bomb and I had Hellfire in my hand, and I was like, when you played both Totem Golems, I'm like, well, okay, I'm like,
Well.
okay, those 3/4s are 3/4s. So
Yeah, Dr. Evil, as you were playing out that turn, I was sitting here thinking, oh well, this is pretty strong, and playing the flame tongue totem means that the thing from below costs 1, which is the 1 mana she has left, and then I'm like, but of course she realizes she has the coin and makes a better play than I would have made, and coins out the second flame tongue, which makes the thing from below free and just presents a killer board and says, okay, what have you got? So congratulations, Dr. Evil, on a great win, 5-0, undefeated. I think you're the only undefeated player in the league.
Correct.
Yeah, I think so.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
And again, I
Thank you.
mentioned it before that
Congrats.
you did you clinched the playoff spot last week, but definitely. So what do you do
Yeah, I
next
didn't
week?
even realize that.
Are you just gonna coast
I'm
the rest of the
chilling next
time, or are you just gonna have some fun decks, or?
Well, next week's my off week. I haven't
Oh,
had
is
my
it?
bye
Okay.
week yet, so I
Yeah.
don't play next week. And then the week after, I play Nate.
Yeah.
So that'll be
wild
fun.
card. Do I play you next week?
I
Or
believe
just-
we play in 2 weeks.
Okay, we play in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Craig next week. Oh, I got a special deck for him. Oh man, he's gonna love it. He's gonna love it.
You want to give a hint for our viewing audience?
It's a card that I have not seen played. Okay, in this deck, like it's a legendary, and it has not seen played. I don't think in standard or in wild, especially in the league. I have not seen it played.
Like,
So
Blingtron.
no. This
Damn.
is spicier. This is
The Darkness.
it's a deep cut, real deep cut, huh?
okay. I will say it costs 9 mana, and that's all I can say. So.
Good.
If you want to know what it is, I will message you after, but I can't give Craig any more hints
Yeah.
than that. So
Sure.
All right, so I can see Craig now looking through his collection at all 9 mana cards.
Yeah, I'm about to go look.
it's secretly 8 mana. I'm just gonna throw him off. No, I'm just kidding.
Very nice.
Oh man, but it's gonna be fun. So congrats to Dr. Evil. It was some fun games, some intense games, some very back and forth. It was quite enjoyable.
I was a little nervous there. I thought you were gonna have that druid game for sure. Once I started running out of cards, but
Well, I just kept drawing secrets. So
unlucky. And thank y'all for casting, like always.
yes, thank
Sure,
you.
no problem.
Sorry
Our
about
pleasure.
the confusion in the beginning. Wildcard, I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I did you? I forgot to teach you about that. Did you unfriend me? Because I thought we were too.
I thought we were friends, honestly. 'cause
Yeah,
we've
no,
had-
I did too.
We've had like tons of conversations about Hearthstone, like way before this match, and like bouncing ideas off, and like,
Yeah.
oh, he's my friend on Hearthstone.